The BC government continues to allow the sport hunting of bears, despite the fact that most British Columbians oppose the hunt. A diverse coalition is coming together of First Nations, scientists, tourism operators, and concerned citizens, all calling for an end to the sport hunt of BC's great bears.
Some people call British Columbia the bear-killing capital of the world.
These people show up, they want a trophy bear.
They're looking for, the largest one they can find.
And this hunt continues, even though the species is now recognized as a threatened species.
The government absolutely is not advocating on behalf of the bear.
To find out that a hunting guide could apply for a park use permit?
It's really against all of our cultural values that we have.
It's not at all a democratic system.
The big question is, why is this still happening?
I think if more British Columbians really understood what was going on, I think that they would really make a stand about it.
The grizzly bear has been hunted to extinction throughout most of its range in North America. BC remains one of the last strongholds for these great bears. It is unknown how many still exist in the province, yet the BC government is allowing a record number of bears to be killed for the sport of trophy hunting.
I love individual grizzly bears. They're very intelligent. They're the symbol of the wilderness, and I feel it's highly unethical that our society today should be allowing this sort of primitive sport to satisfy the egos of wealthy people to go out and shoot a beautiful grizzly that's lived in the wilds for 20 years and hang it on somebody's wall to prove that he's a man. I think that's, we're more ethical in that today.
This issue often gets confused as a hunting versus anti-hunting issue, and it's not the case at all. Absolutely, hunting for subsistence purposes, for people to go out and to put food on their tables, that makes sense. But to kill an animal just for sport, such as with the bear hunt, now that doesn't make sense, and that is what people are opposed to.
We believe that the hunt is important for grizzly bears in the province. One is not many species do we have are unique, and grizzly bear is one of them. It's one of the species that is, we'll call it a little bit more rare, so it has value. It's a reason that people come here. I think that they are globally recognized as a true trophy. Most of our clients are affluent, clients. Typically are looking for a large, mature male. Guide outfitters first are tourism operators. They're the first ecotourism, and a controlled hunt adds value to the province and it adds value to the wildlife.
The province has long maintained that the sport hunting of grizzlies is necessary for the economic revenue that it brings to BC. However, as wildlife and wild places dwindle around the planet, a new type of economy is emerging. Wildlife viewing is the fastest growing sector of the tourism industry. Every year, thousands of people come from all over the world to experience the wildlife of BC.
We're blessed to see what we see and what we're able to take people to see. They're coming from Europe, and they don't have these large tracts of wilderness, if any, in some places. And so they're often blown away by the beauty and the wildness of it. A lot of them come specifically for the bears. We have people that bears means everything to them. They love the bears.
They'll say things like, "Oh, it feeds my soul to be here," or "I've never been happier or more at peace." As they're watching little grizzly bears walk across an inlet, and you can hear their little paws on the gravel, I mean, how can you not see the value? I really believe that the wilderness and the bears, they really replenish our souls.
When the bear viewers leave in early October, the hunting season begins. The bears remain on the rivers to feed on salmon in preparation for the long winter. Here, they are an easy target.
The way the typical bear hunters perceive a bear is it's an object to conquer, kill, and make a trophy out of. And that makes them feel better about themselves. Bears are regularly wounded during hunts. My experience as a professional big game guide is I ended up having to kill 75% of the bears that were shot by hunting clients because they couldn't shoot straight, they didn't know their own firearms. And a lot of problems that I had with these people where they'd walk up to their bear after they just took this animal out of nature, and it's called ground shrinkage. It didn't look near as big as it did when they pulled the trigger. So then they become unhappy, it's not big enough, and that's the type of people that I used to deal with.